According to multiple fan accounts shared across different platforms, Hye Kyo was allegedly seen in Paris during a period when she had no publicly announced overseas schedule. The reports didn't come from one place, and they didn't surface all at once. They appeared gradually, described casually, almost cautiously, by people who didn't seem to be chasing attention. One account mentioned seeing her at a quiet cafe near a well-known fashion district. Another claimed she was spotted entering a private boutique known for hosting high-profile clients after hours. No photos were shared. No videos circulated. Just descriptions, consistent enough to raise eyebrows. Around the same time, similar accounts involving Lee Min-ho began appearing. Different locations. Different days. Same city. Fans reported seeing him near a hotel frequently used by international celebrities, and later near a popular Paris landmark where public figures are known to move discreetly without causing disruption. Again, no images surfaced. Just people describing moments where they recognized him, hesitated, and chose not to intrude. What made these reports stand out wasn't just who was allegedly seen, it was how similar the descriptions were. Both were said to be dressed simply. Both appeared low-key, unaccompanied by large entourages. Both were described as calm, unhurried, and intentionally understated. In celebrity culture, especially at their level, that kind of movement isn't accidental. Fans didn't immediately connect the dots. At first, the conversations remained separate, one set of fans discussing Hye Kyo's alleged presence, another talking about Lee Min-ho possibly being in France. It wasn't until timelines were compared that the overlap became impossible to ignore. The dates matched closely. The locations aligned. And neither star had an official reason to be there. That's when speculation began, not about romance, but about intent. Why Paris? Why quietly? Why at the same time? For Korean celebrities, Paris occupies a unique space. It's far enough from Seoul to escape daily media surveillance, yet familiar enough to navigate comfortably. It's a city where anonymity is possible even for global stars, where being recognized doesn't automatically lead to chaos. Fans who follow celebrity movement patterns noted something else: Paris is often chosen when privacy is the priority. Not secrecy, privacy. There's a difference. As the alleged sightings continued to circulate, fans began paying closer attention to subtle changes in public behavior afterward. Hye Kyo's social media activity resumed, but it felt different. Softer. Less promotional. More personal without revealing anything specific. Lee Min-ho's public appearances also carried a noticeable shift. His tone was relaxed, grounded, almost reflective. There was no sense of urgency, no attempt to explain where he had been or what he had been doing. Silence, in this context, spoke volumes. Agencies were asked quietly by entertainment reporters, according to insiders, but no clarifications were issued. No denials. No confirmations. Just business as usual. In the Korean entertainment industry, that kind of response is rarely accidental. Fans weren't trying to prove anything. They weren't demanding explanations. Instead, they began reconstructing what they believed they were witnessing: two stars choosing the same city, at the same time, for reasons they didn't feel obligated to share. The narrative grew stronger not because of sensationalism, but because of consistency. No contradictions emerged. No conflicting timelines surfaced. No official schedules disproved the sightings. Everything fit neatly into place, perhaps too neatly to ignore. What fans emphasized repeatedly was this: even if Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho were never seen together, their simultaneous presence in Paris mattered. It suggested intention, awareness, choice. And choice, for celebrities at their level, is rarely random. By the end of the week, the question had shifted. It was no longer, were they in Paris? It became, why did they both choose Paris, and why now? As discussions around the alleged Paris sightings deepened, fans began to contextualize what they were seeing, not just geographically, but emotionally and professionally. Song Hye Kyo has long been associated with reinvention. Each phase of her career reflects a deliberate step forward, often accompanied by a period of quiet withdrawal. Fans noted that the alleged Paris trip aligned closely with a moment of transition, a pause between projects, a reset before stepping into something new. Lee Min-ho's timeline mirrored that rhythm. He, too, appeared to be between chapters, no immediate project promotions, no heavy public commitments, just a noticeable slowdown. For someone whose career has been defined by global demand, that kind of pause felt intentional. Paris, in this narrative, wasn't just a destination. It was a statement. Fans began sharing stories of how other Korean celebrities have used Paris in similar ways, not for romance necessarily, but for reflection. For recalibration. For moments where life isn't performative. What elevated this story beyond typical rumor cycles was how respectfully it was handled. Fans discouraged invasive behavior. They reminded each other that sightings don't equal access. That recognition doesn't grant entitlement. The speculation stayed observational, not accusatory. Some fans even pointed out how telling it was that no one attempted to expose anything. No leaked photos. No stalker footage. Just shared acknowledgement that something quietly significant may have happened. As days passed, the alleged sightings became less about proving anything and more about understanding what they represented. Two figures, both deeply experienced with public scrutiny, choosing the same city known for offering relief from it. Two people at similar stages of life, prioritizing stillness over spectacle. The industry's response, or lack of one, reinforced that interpretation. No corrective statements were issued. No effort was made to redirect the narrative. It was allowed to exist, unchallenged. And perhaps that was the point. In an era where every movement is tracked, every outfit analyzed, every relationship dissected, choosing silence becomes a form of control. Paris allowed that silence. Fans acknowledged that they might never know the full story. There may never be confirmation. There may never be explanation. And strangely, that felt appropriate. Because what resonated wasn't the idea of romance or coincidence, it was the idea of autonomy. The Paris sightings symbolized something rare in celebrity culture: choice without performance. Presence without announcement. A moment lived for oneself, not for an audience. As the conversation slowly settled, one sentiment kept resurfacing across fan spaces. Even if nothing happened, it feels meaningful that they were there. And that may be the most honest conclusion of all. Not every story needs an ending. Not every moment needs explanation. Some are simply lived, quietly, deliberately, and far from the spotlight. And in Paris, according to those who say they saw them, that's exactly what happened.